Sorry about that. That last video, everything was upside down. Don't ask me how that happens. But if you notice, most of these gardens, because of all this rain, and guess what? The rain isn't done yet, are flooded. I mean, nobody could do anything. And it's been, like, look at this garden, flooded. That garden, flooded. Okay? Flooded. And so, it's kind of been holding everybody up, you know, especially, this is I call it garden number 2. Garden number 1's about 60% done. Look, flooded. Look, those people aren't even coming out yet. Look at this guy. Except, look, who is this guy? Who is this guy that's not flooded? Gee, this guy must have it together. He's not flooded and everybody else is. And look, he's even planted. He's all done. All right, so what I did is I dug out moats. See my moats? These are pallets. I cut them in thirds. If you notice, my moats are picking up all the water. So I've got hundreds of gallons of water in my moats. So that's where all the water's going. And then I got these little walks. Hey, Dave. Hey, Candace. So I made these little walks so people don't get killed. All right? And if you notice, everybody is flooded. The whole place. Everybody. Except for this guy here. Marko. So this year, you notice, we're doing kind of the same thing. I don't have time for weeds. We're not doing irrigation systems this year. Okay, they yelled at me for that. Last year they said I can't do irrigation. So we're not. But you can see here, these are mostly tomatoes. And I didn't cut these holes. I actually used a torch. I got a torch I used and I burned the holes. And I was able to make pretty close to round holes, like 4 or 5 inches. And so I planted, I'm going to say mostly tomatoes. There's peppers right here, okay? And this is a pretty big garden. I ran out of plants, and if I had more plants, I would have been still planting. But I have a few home inspection reports I got to write up later tonight. This is the garlic that I planted. It did better than last year. It's starting to come up. I planted some greens. I found a little, this part was too wet. So I'm gonna come back and do one last, I would say I got 20%. This quadrant here, which I don't know what I'm gonna, and that's my manure pile. That's how much manure I got left. That stuff is the best on this planet. And I also put a lot of peppers here. So this year, we're gonna do 4 gardens, and we're gonna do two more. As soon as this one's almost done, that little corner, I got about 40% of the one in Huron, and I'm starting 2 more. And I'm gonna have a little farmers market this year in July and August. So I'll show you how that's all gonna go down. So anyways, this is Marko's garden, number 2. And so these are the other gardens. Now, I shouldn't judge a book by a cover, because last year all these gardens end up looking pretty good. Look at this guy. He put the stuff down, and look at that. Do you think those tomatoes are going to make it? I don't know. I don't know about these tomatoes. I think they're going to drown. A lot of people started planting. This one's flooded. This one's flooded. Now, it's not all of them are flooded, but a lot of them are. So that is my gardening for today. We only spent a few hours here today. But I'll keep you posted on other gardens. We're going to do some rototilling next week. So hey, Dave. Hey, Janet. Hey, Candace. Thanks for coming on. Looks like it's getting cloudy. We're at the airport near 150th Street. Thanks a lot.